Well, thank you for listening to me with another video. We have a brand new video. I hope everything is well and with you and your family, and everything is fine. Today, I'm going to continue talking about Mexico, since we are close to the elections, not only in Mexico but also in the United States. So I'm going to talk about Mexico. That you please, see, you are a Mexican, so you can vote. Please vote. But these elections very uh, crucial in the life of Mexico, as well in the life of the United States also. How do you like my new sombrero? This is nice sombrero, not one of those $400 or $500. It costs only $49. I can afford to buy one of those so expensive sombrero, but it's nice. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about what will happen to Mexico without AMLO, without Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, the new president of Mexico. Somebody says at one time, and this guy is Nemesio Garcia Naranjo. He was a teacher, a historian, a writer from 1882 to when he died in 1962. But he says this, it says, poor Mexico, so far from God and so close to United States. What did he mean by that? Well, this is what he means. Mexico historically is always been controlled and manipulated by United States. And the whole Mexican political machine, especially the elections. But with this new president, all this manipulation, all this controlling is done. It's historical. It will be only history. No matter how powerful United States is, Mexico is recuperating his independence from any nation, from any other nation, any sovereign country for the first time and forever. Not only United States put their hands and the influence in Mexico, but Spain also, and other nations, but no anymore. Now it's a completely different Mexico, and it's transformed. You can see we're talking about the fourth transformation of Mexico, and it's transformed day by day. Just imagine if any other candidate of the PRI or the PAN, which is the two corrupt parties in Mexico, will be the president for another 6 years, for another sexennium. It will be a disaster in Mexico, and it will be no way for Mexico to recuperate from poverty, violence, and dictatorship. Mexico will be similar to Venezuela, and the immigration to United States from Mexican will be uncontrollable. You don't see that anymore. At this time, you don't see people that come from Mexico immigrate to United States. Why? Because they don't need to come to the United States. We have too much work in Mexico. And the benefits that the government now with AMLO is doing to people, so they are not that poor as it used to be. And the becas for the students, for the education. I didn't have that when I was in Mexico. When I was a student in Mexico, I didn't have any help from the government. But now our students, they have help from the government to continue their careers. That's why the main reason why my family emigrated to the United States, because we didn't have those benefits, you know. But I'm so glad for those people that now they are students in Mexico and they can finish their education, with the help of the government. Uh, so, what is I'm gonna say something? It is possible that Mexico return to neoliberalismo or neoporfirismo. Porfirio Diaz, he was a dictator in Mexico and he ruled Mexico for about 30 years. It was a disaster. He did good things, but so many bad things. I tell you, Mexico will never gonna return to those kind of situations. Uh, I will tell you with a resounding no way can be. And I will explain you why did I say that. Because Mexico is being changed and is going to change forever. It's for the simple reason that this great president sent him by God is so smart that any benefits for the elderly, handicapped, salary, and any initiative that he passed to the Congress is lock him up in the Constitution. And nobody is above the law. And has to be judged by the law, and no more evasion of taxes, no more corruption. God is the one who controls the whole cosmos, the whole universe. Whether you believe it or not, it's irrelevant. But God is the one who controls it. We can see through history that He controlled the whole universe and put rulers in different nations for one purpose. Because at the end, is His purpose, as His end purpose. We can see with Gandhi, liberate India from England. We can see Nehemiah's another time with the Jewish people to rebuild the temple and the wall and everything that was destroyed before. Because you remember, even Nebuchadnezzar, the king of you remember when the Jews went in slavery for 70 years? And so God somewhere, somehow is still using people, whether to punishment His own people, or also to bring them to a different platform of successfulness. You remember Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar was the king, and then the Jews had to go because of idolatry. God sent them to slavery and punishment by Nebuchadnezzar. At the end, God destroyed Babylon. And see this over and over, how God controlled the nations. When He is tired of one dictator, He take it out and then put somebody else to rule. But this is the case of Mexico. People got tired of this corruption, and so now we have a great president sent by God. And I'm so glad, because my prayers are for him and for Mexico also. So there is no way that we're going to return to the corruption, the neoliberalism, and porfirismo. Even there is a lot of opposition, a lot of people that oppose Andres Manuel, and this is the end of his period. But the new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, I believe is going to be a great president also, and it's going to, somewhere, somehow, when you vote for her, Andres Manuel is going to influence the decisions that she's going to make for the good of Mexico. Uh, so what is when I say all of these things, what is going to happen to the pre and the pan, those corrupt parties that are political parties that are in Mexico? Well, I believe that this is my own opinion. Okay, the political corruption parties that control Mexico for decades, uh, we will now we have a new political party, Morena, invented by AMLO. It's getting stronger and stronger. So those two corrupt parties are getting weak and weaker and weaker and weaker day by day. So it's losing power. And eventually they will die. Now, let me tell you the reason why I say this. Okay? And man, you just have your own opinion, but this is my opinion. Reason number one. You can see more governors, more senators, deputies, and mayors are from Morena. That's one of the things. Reason number one. Reason number two. Big corporations in Mexico and business in Mexico support Morena now. As they see the power that Morena is getting, more and more corporation, more business in Mexico are joined to Morena, the party that Andres Manuel invented. There is a saying that I have in my mind. It says, if your enemy is stronger than you, unite with him. So that's what they're doing. Reason number three. New and young generations, they see how Morena is helping their fathers, their grandpas, getting retirement and pensions. And for the first time, students getting scholarships. With this in mind, there is no way to return to neoliberalismo or neoporfirismo. Those corrupt peoples eventually, some of them they're gonna die, some of them they're gonna be in jails, some of them we don't know what can happen. But remember one thing: God is controlling. God is in control, no matter what happened. So I'm very happy for the things that is going on now in Mexico. And please, these elections are crucial. Go and vote. Get out of your house and go and vote for Claudia Sheinbaum. It's going to be a great presidenta. Now you see this transformation that I say, and now you see more race equality. No more discrimination, because whether you believe it or not, Mexico they have a lot of discrimination. It's still, but not as much as it was before. Discrimination because of the color of the skin, as we have over here in the United States too. In Mexico, between españoles, criollos, mestizos, mulattos, like for example, the states of Mexico, Tabasco, Oaxaca, Guerrero, and the Yucatan Peninsula, were forsaken. These states were forsaken in previous sexennios. The presidents in the past, they never put attention to those states. Why? Because they are Indians. Some of them, they don't even speak Spanish. They speak in other dialects, another languages. Now you can see how Andres Manuel is transform those regions, the peninsula of Yucatan and Oaxaca and all these states. They've been transformed. They're now a great commercial and industrial estates. Uh, and there is more work and more tourist influence because there are beautiful, beautiful places to go over there and visit. And so all those states that another presidents, corrupt presidents, didn't put attention, Andrew has put emphasis in those people, especially in the poor people, that live in those states, not only in those states, but the whole Mexican Republic, because what he says all the time, first, the poor people. First, those who doesn't have nothing, and so he focus in those poor people. It's the same thing that Christ did. So he followed, the what Jesus did, and is still doing because he's a spirit. Well, just to lock up this video and to finish, I would say, what can we tell the oppositions that doesn't want the fourth transformation of Mexico? You might gonna agree with me, because what can we tell those people that are opposed to any good things that Andres Manuel is doing in Mexico? I will tell them to leave Mexico and never come back. And tell them you are not a real Mexican. A spy of the Aztec blood that runs through your veins. You are a traitor and you are an embarrassment to your country. Mexico doesn't need you. You need Mexico. All of us need and love Mexico. Even that we are in another country. We are mestizos, and we're going to be mestizos until the day we die. Aztec blood run through our veins, no matter what color of the skin that we have. Some of us, we are a little white, some of them are brown, some of them are black, but we are mestizos. The mixed race of Spanish people and Indians. And we are proud of that blood and the line of blood that we have and the race that we are. We have to be proud. No matter in what country are you, whether you are in the United States or you are in Spain or you are in any country in the world, be proud of your Aztec blood. We come from kings and princes with the Aztec blood in our veins. And we are a strong race. And now you can see that how people are waking up in Mexico. Now they can go to vote in the elections. They see the benefits that Andres Manuel brought to people. And especially the Andres Manuel put conscience in the people. Another time, they didn't care about elections. They didn't care about the political machine. So now they are involved. They are active about this. And I'm so glad that people wake up finally, in Mexico. And Mexico is going to be the best country in the world. I will say that. Because of the riches that it has. It has a natural riches that no country in the world has. And you can check this in geography and history. It has a beautiful history also. And so What we say to those corrupt people? Leave Mexico and don't come back. You are a traitor. Mexico doesn't need you. So with this in mind, remember, vote for these elections. And remember another thing, subscribe to my channel that you can see all my videos that I have. Okay? There are different kind of videos, very interesting. And subscribe to my channel and give me a like, in the video. God bless you.